Hello, and this is our WWP presentation, and the name of our group is Wakanda Forever. And over here, what we have created is a restaurant site, a site which gives the information of different restaurants in a particular locality. So let's begin with the presentation. When you first run the application, the login page is the landing page. So this is where the user starts from, and you have to fill either the sign up form, which is over here, or you have to fill your username and password. So let's just go ahead and put a wrong password and see what happens, wrong username and see what happens. So that is ABC, and I just put a random password over here, and if I hit submit, it tells me that okay, it's an invalid user, and you can see over here that it's an invalid user. Now this is because there is nothing in the database currently. The user must first sign up, and after he has signed up, his name is registered in the database, and after registering from there he can log into the website. So let's begin with sign up, and it's showing lemon because it's saved in my Chrome. Okay, so I don't put the first name, I just put the last name as ABC. ABC lemon. I put a random email, I put some password, and I hit submit. Okay, so it tells me that okay, there's an error over here, and it's telling that please fill out this field. So if any field is kept blank by the user, a warning, an error message is shot by the system saying that you have to fill out the field, and this we have done for all the fields. For email ID, we have done something even more better. It actually checks whether the email ID is correct or not. So again, if I put ABC, and I just put a random email ID and I hit submit, what it does is that it checks whether the email ID is a valid email ID. And as I had put a wrong email ID, it threw an error saying that it's an invalid email ID. So I just go ahead and put the correct inputs now. I put I put the username as lemon, and I put the email ID as my student's email ID. Okay, and the password is a single character, it's A, and I hit submit. So after I submit, what it does is that it makes an entry of the user in the database, and now you have to just go ahead and log in. Now my username was lemon and the password was A. So if I just go ahead and hit submit now, it should log me into the site. This is the main site over here, and basically over here it has been divided into three drop downs. So the first drop down is the state, the next drop down is the city, and the last drop down is the cuisine. So if I go ahead and select a state over here and I hit search, so it just throws an error saying that okay, you have selected the state, you also have to select the city. Now what this does is that after you have selected all the three drop downs and you hit search, it shows the restaurant of that state in that city and in that cuisine. Now I did that with the city. If I don't enter the state, I won't be allowed to select the city. So we have put a condition like that, like the first thing which you have to enter is the state, and then you have to enter the city. The cuisine part is optional. If I just go ahead and hit search, it says that okay, the state is blank, the city is blank, and it says that enter state. Okay, now if I go ahead and enter the state as New York City, I enter as New York City, and let's just keep the cuisine part as optional. So I'm not entering any cuisine right now over here, and I just hit search. So what it will do is that it will show me all the restaurants which are there in New York and New York City, and it will show me all the cuisines. So what it does over here is that it shows me all the restaurants of that cuisine of in New York and New York City. and notice that I had not put the cuisine over here, so it shows me all the cuisines which are available in that locality. So starting from Indian, there is American, American Italian, there's Chinese. Okay, now you see the buttons over here. These are actually links to the home page, and our home page is the drop down menus. So if I just go ahead and click on this logo over here, now the WF stands for Wakanda Forever. So it actually goes to the home page of our website. Now if I go ahead and select a state, New York, I select the city as New York City. This time I select a cuisine of Indian. And if I go ahead and hit search over here, what it does is that it will show me all the restaurants in that state, that is in New York City, because I selected these two options, and the cuisine I had selected as Indian. So it will show me all the restaurants with the cuisine Indian. Okay. If you notice over here, we are also displaying this number over here. So this is actually the review of the rating of the restaurant. Let's just go ahead and see what details are shown when we when we click on a particular restaurant. So when you open a restaurant link, it shows us that this is the name, this is some description of the restaurant, a small description. This is the location where the restaurant is, the proper address, the types of cuisine served over here. Now over here it's just showing Indian, but if there are multiple cuisines, it will show all the cuisines over here. These are the hours on which in which the restaurant is operating, and oh, this is very interesting feature over here. You can actually see where the restaurant is, and this is the map, so you can actually track the restaurant from the map over here. Another very important feature which we have given the user is to enter a review for the restaurant. Before we dive into review, we just go down and see that okay, there is a person called as Adam Scott, and he has given the place a rating of 4 on 5. His reviews the best Indian in the upper. Okay, so that's not important. What's important over here is this number, that is 4 on 5. Now if you go ahead and see, there was only one review, and that is the review given by Adam Scott, which is 4 under, which is 4 on 5, and that's why the average rating of this restaurant is 4 on 5. Now if I just go ahead and add a review, like this is the best restaurant ever, and I give it a rating of 5. I say okay, add a review. If you notice over here, the new review has been added. The username, that is Vignesh Sriram, that is my username which I just gave, and this is the rating. So it says that Vignesh Sriram gave this place 5 on 5, and this is the review. Now if you go ahead and you notice that okay, this is still showing 4.5, like it should show the average, and it does show the average, and you just have to go ahead and refresh the page. If I go ahead and refresh the page, the rating changes from 4 to 4.5, and this is because it calculates the average of 4 and 5, and it basically displays the average over here. Now another important feature which we are given over here is of cookies. If a user has already logged in and he wishes to log in again, he won't be allowed, because the page which he'll now see if he types localhost will be the home page. I'll give you a demonstration of that. Okay, this is, I'm typing localhost over here, and it directly jumps to the page of selecting of restaurant. It doesn't go directly to the login page. That is because we are using cookies over here, and as the cookie of this user is saved, the user will be taken to this page over here. Now we have also given the user another feature of changing the password, and obviously log out of the website. So let's just first see the change password. Now we are here in the change password page, and if you go ahead and type the password which was there, so my username was lemon and the password which I had entered was B. So if I go ahead and type that password and the new password also has B and I hit submit, what basically happens over here is that it says that okay, new password and current password are the same. So we have checked that the both the passwords should be different, and if the user is entering the same password twice, we give an error, and we don't allow that. So let's just change the password. If now it is B and I enter new password saying A, the new password is A, and if I go ahead and hit submit, it will change the password, and it also shows a message saying that okay, password changed successfully. Okay, so let's go ahead and just log out from this website. Now we have seen the error check which we have done inside the website. Now let's just go ahead and see the error checking which we have done on the login page, on the sign up page, I'm sorry. So if I just go ahead and sign up and I try to enter, okay, I'll just keep the name as Omkar this time, and my last name would be Ahir. I put the same username which I had done for Vignesh, and the username over here is Lemon, and I put again Omkar dot edu, and I just put the password as 1A single letter. Now if I go ahead and submit over here, it should not allow me to submit because the username Lemon has already been taken by me, that by Vignesh. So it just shows an error saying that username already exists. So for Omkar, for the second user to make a new account, he should have a different username. So I'll just give a new username ABC, and again now if I go ahead and put my user email ID over here, I put the password as something random and I try to submit, it should again show an error because this email ID has already been taken by me. Okay, and I hit submit. So it says an error that okay, email ID already exists. So for a user to log in or to sign up for our page, he should have a unique username as well as a unique email ID. And that would be all.